I think sometimes we do ourselves a disservice in our positive, practical spirituality, and we think there's something wrong when we're sad. We think there's something wrong when we're angry. We think there's something wrong when we're depressed. But we don't realize that these are honest expressions of the human condition, and it's part of the complexity and the beauty of life. We've learned that those things are problematic because we were traumatized as children. We decided how life was out of that trauma, and we have a false belief that's running us, or unexpressed emotions that get triggered when we have sadness, anger, or depression. That part we do actually want to work on. But we need to not be afraid of our negative, what we call negative experiences or negative emotions, because they're not negative at all. Sadness, grief, is just the other side of love. We don't grieve for things that we don't love. Anger is just the other side of connection. We're angry because that connection has been broken or violated in some form or fashion. Anger is the loss of oneness, the loss of feeling safe in the universe. Depression is simply the other side of joy. And when our joy has vanished for whatever reasons, our depression is part of the guide that guides us back to our joy. These are all part of the human experience and the human condition. And it's what keeps life full and rich. If we seek not to experience and express what we call negative emotions, we flatline. Because if you've, like me, spent a lot of years trying not to have any of these emotions, you may also have realized that that flattens out how high our joy can be, how full our love can be. Khalil Gibran says it is the depths of your sorrow, that it is the depths of your sorrow that carves out the height of your joy. It is the ability to experience the range of emotions that reminds us that we are here to express life, not to flatten it. And then we come to the holidays, and if you hang around me, it's really annoying because I'm like a holiday nut, right? I can't wait to decorate my tree and get all my stuff. Of course, I have rules around it. You're not really supposed to listen to Christmas music until after Thanksgiving, right? But that's just me. And in our positive practical spirituality, we can heighten the idea that we're supposed to behave or be or feel or a certain way. I know people who don't come to the center because their life isn't working, because they're afraid to admit it, or they don't want to show their own fear or sorrow or depression, forgetting that that's the very time you need to be here, right? Because we actually see the truth in you. Just as Spirit sees the truth in us. Spirit sees the truth of our light and our love and the reality of who we are, even when we don't. And we are held and cradled and rocked by that infinite light and love when we are going through the hard times. Years and years and years and years ago, back in Seattle, I read an article one day about the challenge people had at the holidays and how that was important to be acknowledged. And so I created this ritual many, many, many years ago. Because it's okay not to be cheerful. It's okay if the holidays aren't your thing. Sometimes it's because of a long history, a childhood that wasn't so great around the holidays. Sometimes it's because of this year. Something has changed. Somebody's gone. Something is different. And we do ourselves a disservice, and we do life a disservice when we paste on a cheerful expression that we don't mean. The authentic experience of our lives is the way that the universe is showing up as us. And the more authentic we're willing to be, I love the quote, who knows who it's from, I'm sure somebody will let me know, that it is the places where our heart is broken that the light can shine out from. The light doesn't shine because we're perfect. The light shines because we let it through the cracks of our lives. And it shines on others when we do so, gives them permission, but it also begins to heal us, lift us in some way, and allows us to be present to whatever is and whatever is going on. I'm a Christmas nut because my mother's mother hated Christmas. It was a bother. There was way too much work to do. She resented the cookie baking. She resented all the family obligations. She resented all of the things that were required of her. And it was in that spirit that she did all of her obligations. My mother, she decided her children would have a different experience than she had growing up. She made that a conscious decision to bring magic into our childhood. That was a profound moment where she took her pain and she turned it into light. She took her disappointment and she turned it into love. Didn't happen overnight, right? It took years for her to move to that place and to find that way of being in the world. And she gave such a gift to my sister and I. And so now I'm not just a Christmas nut, but I'm just a holiday nut. And yet I'm not always cheerful either. And that's okay. So what we do on Blue Holiday is we just acknowledge. We acknowledge those places and ways where our hearts are broken. And we allow ourselves to be held. That's it. Just held and seen for the broken hearts that we have. Again, whether it's a lifelong thing or this year or last year. And for those of us who feel whole this moment or this season, we hold the space. We stand in witness. We are the way that love and light are showing up. So what we do during this ritual is we hold the space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to light 7 candles that we have up here, thanks to the ritual team making us a beautiful expression here. I'm going to light a candle, 1 candle at a time, and I'm going to read out to you what that candle is for. And if that speaks to you, that candle specifically speaks to you, then you're going to come up here to either side, one of these beautiful little mini altars that have been created. And you're going to come up here and you're going to use the light of these candles and you're going to light one of the little votives. And and you just form a line here and here, come up and light your lights. There are 5 lights for losses, pain, challenges. When we're done with those, there are 2 lights to stand for the light and the love. And so if you have not yet lit a candle for something that has broken your heart open today, Is that me? I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. Thank you, God, for the emphasis. Appreciate it. So, so then, and there'll be 2 at the end. I feel like I shouldn't move. I don't know what's happening. Something happening here? Okay. I don't think I'm moving, Jamie. Am I doing something? Okay. All right. I know you're going to fix it, whatever it is. Just going to stand very still. It's all good. It's all good, right? It's all good, right? So there's like, oh, something annoying, something's happening, oh my gosh, and it's still all good. So these become our altars, right? And so we just, we lay it at the feet of life. We lay our pain and our sadness and our grief, and we just lay it at the feet of life, at the feet of love, at the feet of light. We lay it at the feet of spirit. We offer it up for the crack that it will be through which the light will shine. For those of you at home, please make sure you have your candle. Light your candle when it's your time, whichever candle speaks to you. We are going to do this ritual without music, so I'm going to ask you not to chat and to be present for those who are holding the light, be present for those who are shining their lights. And just because we are spiritual beings, it doesn't mean that we don't feel our feelings. So we create a safe space, a sacred space in which to allow our feelings to just be what they are. Not good or bad, but honest, authentic expressions of our life. So let us begin. We light this first candle. We light this first candle in honor of those who have perished serving in our military, as first responders, police, firefighters, for all those who've served in honor, putting their lives on the line every day that they put on a uniform. And we light this candle for all those who have lost their lives to military, to police, in fires, and where the first responders were not able to bring them wholeness and life. So whether serving in uniform or be the recipient of someone serving in uniform, we honor the loss of life in all of these areas. If you have lost somebody, or if this is the candle that you would like to light in your grief and your sense of loss, please come forward and light a candle. So I just invite us into a moment of silence. We light our second candle. We light our second candle in memory of those who have made their transition and whom we have personally lost this past year or in previous years, whose loss we still feel with grief in our hearts. All those who won't be with us this holiday season. We offer our tears as a testament of our love. If this is the candle that you would like to light today, please, as you come forward, come up here, get to each one of these altars, light the light. And when you light the votive light, please say their name out loud. You can gather around the altar as well if you'd like. 3 or 4 people can be lighting at the same time. But just however it moves you. Remember to keep breathing. We hold our breath when we don't want to express our tears or feel our feelings. Remember to keep breathing. We light our third candle in expression of the grief or anger or sadness we feel around separation from family. Recognition of family members too far away from us to share this holiday season with, whether separated by choice, perspectives, points of view, by distance, by finances, whatever keeps us out of the joy of the family experience this holiday season. If you want to light a candle for this, please come forward. We light our fourth candle for the pain and anger of personal losses. To redeem this pain, sadness, and anger as our human hearts grieve losses due to divorce, separation, betrayal, abuse, or mental illness. Losses that we have experienced in our jobs, our homes, in our workplace. We offer our pain as a testament to the love that we have for life itself. If this is a reason for you to light a candle today, please come forward. Peggy, we're going to need more candles. I know you. I heard you. We want to thank our beautiful ritual team and Peggy and Gary for all of this and our beautiful decorations. And we're just going to sit for a minute in the feelings of it. It's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to know that you're safe and you're loved, even when you're sad and angry. Spirit never goes away. The love is never withdrawn. You don't have to be perfect to be part of this community or to feel the presence of love. That's what love is, unconditional. That's what love is, unconditional. You don't have to earn Spirit's love. You don't have to earn Spirit's presence. You don't have to be a certain way to be part of the one infinite reality. You already are. And so when we can express our feelings and our emotions, part of what we're doing is we're also allowing them to come up, to be felt, and to be washed away. Right? That's what's the truth about feelings, is they come and they go. And they come and they go, like waves on the shore. But the shore is always there, and the water is always moving. And if we allow the feelings to come up, they will wash over us, and they will go. And they will leave us still present, still fully embraced in the one. And so we come to this place to allow ourselves to be comforted, to be seen, to be held, to be known, to be loved. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, Gary. If you need more candles at home, don't forget to get those too. Thank you so much. We light this candle for the pain and suffering, the challenges that we face in our world today. To mourn the divide in our nation, the ongoing violence and discrimination for race, gender, religion, orientation, nationality, and viewpoint, our frayed sense of security, gun and domestic violence, or the fear for the future of our planet, when our faith is tested and our joy in the holidays may seem and feel inappropriate. If this is heavy on your heart this holiday season, please come light a candle. Keep breathing. Take a big breath. And while there is so much pain and sadness, anger, grief, there's also and a deep and powerful commitment to that love, to that light. Our spirituality does not mean we won't have pain or sadness. It means that we have love that carries us, light that guides the way, and a dogged determination to bring more and more and more of that love and light into the world. So we light this 6th candle for the people in our lives today, chosen family, loved ones, grandmas and grandpas and children and aunts and uncles and friends that have become family. Those people whom we commit to in ways that sometimes are surprising to us. To a community, whether this community that holds you so fully in love and light, other communities that you belong to, that you feel seen and held and heard. Celebrating all of the places where we sense our belonging, feel our belonging, and express the fact that we belong in the universe, that we belong to life, and that we are loved. If you'd like to light a candle to celebrate this, please come forward. Just use a handheld.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I'll just use candies. Candy, will you bring my mic? Thank you. Thanks. My candle's not lit. There. There. Thanks, Terry. Gary. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. So we see, I'm supposed to be doing this one, sorry. So we see that how amazing it is that we are so complex, so full of life, that we can simultaneously hold grief and celebration. Right? One does not obliterate the other. One isn't. And so part of our joy in life is to be present to it all. This is the fullness and richness of life. We are here so that the infinite can have the very experience that you're having. The complexity of it, the joy of it, the sorrow of it, the fullness of it, the whatever of it. And so in this holiday season, it's okay if you have both of those things going on simultaneously. It's okay to swing back and forth between the two. It's okay to not feel cheerful. It's okay to feel totally like celebrating all month. Do you see? That's what it means to live in love and light, because none of it frightens us. Because we know no matter what, we're held in the loving arms. We're lifted by the light through it all. We can't get out of it. We can't be separated from it. It can't go anywhere. It is always there for us to lean into, which is why we asked Cleo to sing that beautiful song. Thank you for putting your heart and soul into it and letting it be for all of us. Right? So I'm going to light this final candle. I'm going to light this final candle for all of us. I light it in honor of the faith and the gift of hope and love that this season has to offer us, affirming that we are bringers of light in the midst of darkness. In gratitude, we stand with all those who work tirelessly for peace, justice, equity, sustainability, and a healthy future. We are the light. All month, we celebrate the emerging of this light in ways seen and unseen, through the tears, through the joy, through the celebration. We celebrate. Why is it not going? Can you turn my slide one more time? I guess I needed batteries in my battery pack and my clickers all at the same time. The energy is all out here. It's been sucked right out of the batteries. Thank you for holding space for each of us. And thank you for being bearers of the light. And so it is.